Once upon a time, a long, long time ago, a very young angel was being shown around the splendors and the glories of the universe by a more senior and experienced angel. To tell the truth, the little angel was beginning to be tired and just a little bored. He'd been shown whirling galaxies, blazing suns, and to his mind, there seemed to be an awful lot of them. And finally, he was shown the galaxy of which our planet is but a small part. And as the two of them drew near to the star, which we call our sun, and to its encircling planets, the senior angel pointed to a small and rather insignificant sphere, turning very slowly on its axis. It looked as dull as a dirty tennis ball to the little angel, whose mind was filled with the size and the glory of everything he had just seen. I want you to watch that one particularly, said the senior angel. Well, it looks very small and dirty to me. What's so special about that one? Well, that is the visited planet. Visited? You don't mean visited by... Indeed, I do. That ball, which I have no doubt looks to you small and insignificant, has been visited by our young Prince of Glory. But how? Do you mean that our great and glorious Prince, with all these wonders and splendors of his creation, and millions more I haven't even seen yet, he went down in person to this fifth-rate little ball? Why would he do such a thing as that? Well, it isn't for us to question his whys, except that I must point out to you that he's not as impressed by size and numbers as you seem to be. But that he really went, I know. In fact, all of us who in heaven who know anything know that. But as to why he became one of them, how else do you suppose that he could visit them? Well, do you mean to tell me that he stooped so low as to be one of those creeping, crawling creatures on that floating ball? Well, I do. And I don't think he would like you to call him creeping, crawly creatures. For strange as it may be to us, he loves them. He went down to visit them, to lift them up, to become like him. Well, the little angel looked blank. Such a thought was almost beyond his comprehension. Close your eyes for a moment, said the senior angel, and we'll go back into what they call time. And while the little angel's eyes were closed and the two of them moved nearer to the spinning ball, it suddenly stopped its spinning, and it began to spin backwards, quite fast for a while, and then slowly resumed its usual rotation. Now, look. And as the angel did as he was told, the little angel, there appeared here and there on the dull surface of the globe little flashes of light, some merely momentary, some persisting for quite a time. Well, what am I seeing now? Asked the little angel. Well, you're watching this little world as it was some thousands of years ago. Every flash and every glow of light is something of the Father's knowledge and his wisdom breaking into the minds and the hearts of people who live upon the earth. Not many people, you see, can hear his voice or understand what he says, even though he's speaking gently and quietly to them all the time. Why are they so blind and deaf and stupid? Asked the junior angel. Well, it's not for us to judge them. We who live in the splendor have no idea what it's like to live in the dark. We hear the music and the voice like the sound of many waters every day. But to them, while there's so much dark and noise and distraction upon the earth. Only a few who are quiet and humble and listening hear his voice. But watch, for in a moment, you'll see something truly wonderful. And the earth went on turning and circling around the sun. And then quite suddenly, in the upper half of the globe, there appeared the light, so tiny but so bright that both the angels had to hide their eyes. "I think I can guess," said the little angel. "That was the visit, wasn't it?" Yes, that was the visit. The light himself went down and lived among them. But watch, for in a moment the light will go out. Well, why? Could he not bear their darkness? Did he have to return here? No, it wasn't that. They failed to recognize him for who he was, or at least only a handful actually knew him. For the most part, they preferred their darkness to his light. And in the end, they killed him. They killed him. The fools, the crazy fools. They don't, neither you or I nor any other angel knows why they were so foolish, so wicked. Nor can we say what they deserve or don't deserve. But the fact remains that they killed our Prince of Glory while he was a man amongst them. Well, I suppose that's the end. I see the whole earth has gone black and dark. Okay, I won't judge them, but surely that's all they could expect. Well, wait a minute. We're still far from the end of the story. Watch again now, but be ready to cover your eyes. And in utter blackness, the earth slowly turned around 3 times. And then there blazed with unbearable radiance a point of light. "What now?" asked the little angel, shielding his eyes. Well, they killed him all right, but he conquered what they called death. The thing that most of them dread and fear their whole lives, he broke and conquered. He rose again, and a few of them saw him, and from then on became his utterly devoted slaves. Wow. Well, thank God for that, said the little angel. Amen. Open your eyes now. The dazzling light is gone. The prince has returned to his home of light. But watch what happens on the earth now. And as they looked, in the place of the dazzling light, there was a bright glow which throbbed and pulsated. And then, as the earth continued to turn many times, little points of light spread out. A few flickered and died, but for the most part, the lights burned steadily as they continued to watch. In many parts of the globe, there was a glow over many areas. You see what's happening? The bright glow is the company of loyal men and women he left behind. And with his help, they spread the glow. And now lights begin to shine all over the earth. Well, yes, I can see, but how does it end? Will those little lights someday join up with one another? Will it ever become all light as it is in heaven? Well, that's we simply do not know. That is in the Father's hands. Sometimes it's an agony to watch. Other times it's a joy unspeakable. But the end is not yet. But now, I'm sure you can see why this ball is so important. The Prince has visited it, and he's working out his plan upon it.